Hi everybody and welcome to this evening's launch. So I'm Tanya and I've been in the business now for 15 months and absolutely loving it. And I am really honoured tonight, well actually feel really good about launching one of our lovely team tonight, Sam. So Sam's only been with us for about a week now and rocking it. So welcome everybody to her launch tonight. She's pretty excited about it and doing really well. So what we're going to be talking about tonight is we're going to be, so we're a group, a beautiful tribe actually of mostly women. We do have men as well who believe in holistic health. We believe in mind, body and soul development. And so we have two aspects to what we do. We have our incredible program and product, which is our body side, which helps us with our health. And then we have our mind and soul side, which is our team. So this is all the beautiful tribe that we have behind us. And this is how we get to live our life, how we really want to live it, which is, you know, whether we want to travel, whether we want to stay at home with our babies, whether we just want to do what we really love doing and get out of the 9-to-5 grind, which is obviously, you know, what most people do, but we're going, no, we want more than that. So, you know, if you want to have more than just what you're doing every day, if you want to have more than just getting through your everyday, then this could be just the thing for you. So tonight we're going to be talking about both the our mind and body, mind and soul, also our body side. So first of all, we're going to talk about our incredible program. So and this program, for me, it resonated with me 100%, because when I first looked at the product, I was actually really unwell, and so I'd already started on my own health journey anyway, and so I had taken a lot of things out of my diet that wasn't working for me, and so I had replaced them with healthier versions. And so this program spoke volumes to me because it was exactly what I was doing, and it was all written out for me in like a book, right, a book form. So what it is it's a healthy lifestyle program that actually helps us. I'm just going to put myself in speaker here, actually, that's better. It actually helps us to make small changes in our life or in our lifestyle so that we're setting ourselves up for a sustainable lifestyle. So, you know, there's no dieting, there's no deprivation, there's no calorie counting. We don't believe in that. You know, we don't want you to go on this fad diet, lose all this weight, and then go back to the way you were because you haven't learned how to actually make those changes so that you can do this in your life from now and forward. And so this program really works well for that. It's based on Facebook, and it's actually, it offers you hundreds of family-friendly recipes. There's meal guides and shopping lists and exercise guides, and then we have a gratitude mindset aspect to it as well, which is our mind, body, soul that comes in with the program. And the best thing about this program is it's a lifetime access. So once you're in, you're in there for life, so you can use it for as long as you want to use it for. And also it comes free with our incredible product. And this for me was amazing for my kids because, you know, I've got 4 kids and 2 stepkids. And so to be able to offer them really healthy way of eating that is still delicious was really huge for me because, you know, I don't know if you guys have got teenagers, but teenagers are really fussy eaters. And, you know, if it's looking anything slightly healthy, they're like, nah, not having any of that shit. So, it was really good when they like loved the food and they're like, oh my God, you're making that again, Mum, that is so delicious. So it's a win-win in our family, and all our favourite recipes are from the program. So part of our program, and you know, is our incredible product, our support product. And so it's basically fruits, veggies and berries in a capsule. Pretty simple really. Because that's another thing that I found that was simple for me. I mean, how many of us are unwell? How many of us know people that are sick, that are suffering in some way? I can put my hand up and say I know people with diabetes, kids with ADHD, autoimmune disorders, I mean, even cancer, or, you know, any gut issues, allergies, all sorts of things going on. And most of us know people like that. So this makes sense because it's you know, nature's medicine in a capsule, in a vegan capsule. So these are our beautiful babies here. These are our fruits, our veggies, and our berries. And it's pretty simple. They vine ripen the fruit, veggies, and berries, and they take the whole part of it, the skins, the seeds, the stalks, everything, because most of that stuff has more nutrients than the actual fruit itself, and usually we chuckle that away. So they pulp it down, and then they dehydrate it at a really, really low temperature so that it doesn't kill any of the enzymes, so it still is still active. And then they put it into, encapsulate it into a vegan capsule. So again, everything is vegan and there is nothing nasty in it. It is just fruits and veggies, plain and simple. So your body knows exactly what it is as soon as it enters your bloodstream. It recognises it as food, and it uses it, takes it to the places in your body that needs it the most. So, you know, different people are going to have different results depending on what their body's needs are. And some people notice results straight away, and some people it takes a little bit longer before they notice some really good results. The other cool thing about these is that it is a food, so it's got a food label. So everything that you see on the label, if you can eat it, you can have our capsules. Pregnancy, breastfeeding, you know, anything that's going on. We even noticed, you know, that I have some food sensitivities, and I have no issues with these whatsoever because they go straight into our bloodstream. And of course they're GMO and pesticide free, so there's nothing nasty in them whatsoever, and they're great for our children. And while we're talking about children, so our company is pretty awesome. They are called the Company with a Heart, and that's because they have this, they've got this amazing study where with every adult order, a child gets these chews free. So these are exactly the same as what's in our capsules. The only difference is they're in a chewable form. So they've got a bit of tapioca in them just to make them a little bit more palatable for the kids. And they're so delicious. These ones, the veggie ones, are our favourite. Like my daughter and I will eat the whole lot at once. I don't know, they're so delicious. They don't last long in our house. And so, you know, any child that you know that's not well, that, you know, could do with some extra nutrients, because how many kids actually don't eat well? I mean, you know, yes, teenagers. My teenagers actually started eating better. They started taking vegetables in their lunches every day. Can't believe it. Because what it does is it creates craveability. And once you get those nutrients in your body, you no longer need those fast stimulants. And so they actually start craving the same as what they're getting, because that's what your body wants at the end of the day. And then another one of our products that we've got, so these are amazing shakes. So these are our whole food, come in 2 different flavours, vanilla and chocolate. These are our whole food protein shakes. They have just the right amount of healthy fats, carbohydrates, and healthy proteins in here. And they are full of superfoods. So these, it's really hard for me to read, sorry, because it's so small. But there's like amaranth, quinoa, millet, pumpkin, pomegranate, spirulina, yucca, mushroom, all sorts of really yummy things in here. And for most people, not the kind of thing that you would go out and buy. So these are fantastic for like when you're on the run. So I use them a lot when I'm on the run, when I'm rushing out the door and I know that I have to have something to eat. They're fantastic for meal skippers. I have a lot of customers that just don't eat breakfast. And so these are kind of like having a drink, but they're getting all the nutrients that they need and all the healthy fats, proteins and carbs that they need for that meal. So knowing that your body is still being filled with the right foods. And then, of course, our last incredible product, and these are our omegas. So these are basically, again, it's vegan, so everything is plant-based. None of our products have anything nasty added to them. And our vegan, our capsules, our omega blend is exactly the same. The difference is that they're actually, they come from plants. So we don't use fish, we skip the fish, and we use 6 different sources, which is mostly algae. And the reason why we do this is because it's more sustainable. You know, fish are getting less and less now, and of course a lot of the seas now are so polluted anyway, so they don't have the same nutrients as they used to. So plants are a lot more sustainable, and of course a lot of people can't eat fish omegas, which is interesting. And so these are perfect for that. So I've had incredible results from these products, myself, but also my whole family, and I just would never not be on these. I had an autoimmune disorder, and I used to get chronic pain every day. I had adrenal fatigue, so I had all sorts of exhaustion and hair falling out and rashes everywhere and everything. I had leaky gut, so I wasn't absorbing things the way I should have been absorbing, and that's where all the food allergies came from. And so now I have none of that. All my symptoms have gone. I have no pain whatsoever. I had pain in my hands, and that's all completely gone too. So these products and this program has been a lifesaver for me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pass you over to the beautiful Kayla. Kayla is going to tell us her story. Do you want to unmute yourself, honey?
All done. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can.
Awesome. Thank you. And thank you for having me on tonight. So I've been on the product since April. I got on them just to support a friend, really. I had no idea what they were. I'd never heard of them before, but the summer beforehand, I'd been through a lot of health issues and spent an absolute fortune on doctors to try and work out what was going on with my tummy, my digestive system. I was getting a lot of water retention, and my cycles were just all over the place. And got no answers, really. I was spending a fortune at the chemist as well on potions and lotions and anything that I thought might be able to help me, but nothing. I wasn't getting better. I also have been struggling with anxiety and depression for about 17 years, so my doctors had me on a whole bunch of chemical pills as well. So yeah, I was looking for something else, so I thought, you know what, at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, then all I've done is support a good friend. Shout out to Joe, hey. Yeah, so I just thought I'd give them a go. So after I started them, I noticed that my hair wasn't falling out anymore, which was awesome. My skin was clearing up. It was always something that I was really self-conscious of. My stumpy nails were growing, which was awesome. But the biggest thing I noticed was the anxiety, and I had no idea that this was going to be a side effect either. But I just noticed one day that all the things that would normally be a massive trigger for those huge waves of hot and cold sweat and panic that would come over my body, it just wasn't happening. And I was just going about my day with a sense of calm. And ever since I've noticed that, I just notice it more and more. And so that has been my biggest takeaway. And as a lot of you guys would know as well, with stress, that can also have a lot of detrimental effects on your health as well. So having that sort of be a lot better had a lot of flow-on effects as well. My cycles also got better as well and became regular until I became pregnant, and I think Juice Plus had a lot to do with that as well. And so now I'm 6 months in, and my pregnancy's been amazing so far. I haven't had any nausea. I've got a lot of energy, still going to the gym, and everything's going really well so far. So yeah, very, very happy with how everything is, and yeah, I'll be on them for life. That's for sure. Yeah. Cool, that's my story. So now I think I am passing you on to Ash, and she's going to tell you.
Sorry, honey, no, actually Alexi, because I mucked that up, sorry.
Okay,
yeah.
And she's going to tell you about the business stuff. Thanks, guys.
Hello, hi, I am Lexi. I am going to talk about my experience with the products. I've actually only been on them for... Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay. Cool. I have only been on them for 3 weeks, so I think this week I am still detoxing. I had a little bit of a headache. I was feeling a bit run down. But I have noticed that my skin, even though I'm still getting a few breakouts, the complexion has started to clear. My nails are growing like crazy, and my hair is also starting to look a lot better. It was looking very damaged. My kids are also they are getting the free gummies, which is awesome. My son is nearly 3, and his terrible 2 stage was horrendous. And I've noticed his moods have really started to level out. He still has his tantrums, but he's not so up and down. It's in my room. It's in my room. You go and grab it. Sorry. And yeah, my partner is on them, and he's said he's feeling great, waking up not so groggy. So I'm very excited to see where they go. We are on the fruit and veggies and the berries, and I'm very excited to continue on them, and I don't think we'll come off them because the positives that we have been getting have been awesome, and the kids, yeah, it's easy to get those fruit and veggies into the kids because otherwise they struggle so much. So yeah, thank you. I think I'm passing on to Ash.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Alexi. Love your story. You're amazing. So I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown, because people are pretty skeptical about it because they haven't really seen anything like this before. So because I really haven't had a job before, I've been a mum since I was a teenager, I'm just going to give a supermarket at the checkout, checkout chick. I'm going to use that as an example because I haven't really had a job before. But let's just say I've been, working my ass off for years now, doing what I do in the supermarket checkout. So this is kind of what it looks like. I've been working my ass off, doing that extra work to get that much closer, to the top, basically. Spending less time with my family and, less time doing the things that I love, working harder and longer. I also have the everyday struggles of not getting appreciated for my extra work or, just getting underpaid. But I even have, the struggles of self-service potentially taking my job. You can probably relate if you work at a supermarket or Kmart or, something like that. But, we still have levels, and we start at the bottom. And so in order to get up, to go up through these levels, we're kind of stepping over others, which kind of, creates a bit of, bitchiness at work, a bit of a toxic work environment, gossip, it can create a lot of things. But, it just creates a lot of, unhappiness in the workplace. So, we have our CEO at the top, and sometimes these businesses just, they are family owned, which means more room at the top for them and kind of less room at the top for, people like me who have been putting in the, hard yards to get there. But even if you do manage to get up to this position, you're definitely taking on a whole lot more. Your stress levels are higher because you have more responsibility. You're spending even less time with the family because you're working so much. But, there are so many out there that, struggle because their job just isn't serving them. And unfortunately, because of that, we stop dreaming about that big house, that holiday, that family holiday, that new car. We basically just stop dreaming about choice. But what I found with our business model, this kind of blew my mind a bit. This model is very different, and it kind of looks a bit like that. But it just really allows for a safer place to dream. I had no qualifications, I had no certificates, but I was welcomed with, open arms, but we still start at the bottom, which I actually love because, being a stay-at-home mum for so long, it's nice to know we have that even playing field. Everyone that, is in the business, everyone started here, and there's just some really epic, there's some epic leaders that we have that started exactly where I started. So it's just really nice to know. But we still have levels. We have our pinnacle position. And what I love about our pinnacle position is that it's unlimited. Like, anyone could jump on board and just fly straight past me. And I think that's awesome because, the ones that are, putting in that extra work, they can, fly straight past me and up to the top. It didn't mean that there was that big kahuna, sitting at the top, telling us what to do and reaping all the rewards. So, but up here, NMD is definitely my target. And I love that I didn't have to push people. Like, pushing people to do something they didn't want to do. But if they chose to say come in and just want to make, an extra $200 a month just to top up bills or pay rego or, something like that, I can actually help them do that. I have the tools to be able to help them do that, which I think is awesome. But, someone could also come in and say, want to earn $1,500 a week, because they want out of their job. I could also help them do that too. Or you could be a bit like me, a bit of an overachiever and want to go to the top. You really can, which I think is amazing. So, I have the systems to be able to, it's so, what would you call it? It's just so like, you could do whatever you want. You don't have to come in here and make a certain amount of money and stuff like that, and I think that's awesome because I found this, a much easier way to kind of create that freedom, sorry, my children, that freedom, that control, that flexibility. And because it's all online, I can fit in the trainings and skill building in and around my already crazy life. So, I started off with half an hour a day. Now I do a couple of hours a day because this model has helped me and my family so much. And, I think it's just amazing just to have choice in the work environment. Just that alone is amazing. But I'm also going to bust another myth. So I was a stay-at-home mum of 6 before I jumped online. And, I haven't worked in a long time, about 13 years. And I kind of lost that confidence, to work again, being it's been so long. And also I have no qualifications, like I said, no certificates. And I also felt I didn't know many people. So, but as I kind of continued to share my journey online, I introduced, my friends seen what I was doing, and also one other person. So Nora seen what I was doing. Also another person, Dave, who I haven't met in like real life before, just online. So, they saw my post and wanted more freedom and choice. So, they continued to share, they liked the business model and how everything works, and they wanted to share it with other people. And then I also did the same. So I continued to share like at mums groups, school drop-offs, Facebook, and, just through knowing these two people, they're sharing the business, and just from knowing these two people, I'm creating, my business is growing already. So it really goes to show you don't really need to know many people. If you just knew a few of the right ones, should be sweet, so definitely don't count yourself out, because I thought I never knew many people, but you really don't need to know many people, which is amazing. But thank you so much, guys. I'm going to pass you back to Tans. Oh, sorry, I'm going to pass you to Shannon, and she's going to explain a bit about how we get paid. Don't we all want to know that?
Thank you, Ash. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, we're good? Awesome. I love your vibe, Ash. You always get me pumped. So I'm super excited. I get to talk about the fun bit, which is money. I know a lot of people have maybe a negative thought around this and they don't really like to talk about it. But what's really cool about our business is that we get paid 3 ways. So we're pretty lucky in our structure. And I'm just going to share a brief overview of what that kind of looks like. So we get paid retail profit. I've got a little one in the background. Retail profit. What, my darling? I'm checking. Okay, so we get paid retail profit. So this is pretty much just sharing the product. So you take the product yourself, you get benefits, and then you just share with your friends what's happening. Most of the time they can actually see the results as well, which is super cool. And what I like to kind of explain that a little bit too is like, oh, mother darling, is that say if you went to see a movie and like you really loved it, that is something that you would share with your friends. You know, you'd be like, hey, I just went and saw this epic movie, like you should go and see it. And generally they would take your advice and they'd go, yeah, okay, cool, I trust your judgment. I'll go and see that movie. It's the same buzz. You know, this is an incredible product and it's an incredible thing. All you have to do is share it. So that's super easy. And then the company puts money in your bank account every month just for doing that, just for referring customers. Okay, nine. And then we've got our sort of residual income. So this income, I won't go into too much details, but this is a really cool bit. So this is kind of when you've built your business to a point that you're making money and you're not even doing work. So that's when you've shared the love that much. This means that you've helped a shit ton of people. So that's really cool. And you have that amount of money coming into your bank account every month. Then you have your retail profit on top of that. And then you have also bonuses. Now I'm going to go into a little bit depth with bonuses because I think that's kind of really exciting. There's not a lot of other businesses out there that you get bonuses with. And as a company, we like to do this just to I really say thank you both to the person who is doing really well in the business, but also the person who's helping that person. So it's a real teaching business, and we're here to hold your hand throughout the whole process, which I think is epic. So we've got a few different levels, and Ash kind of touched base on that. So your first promotion is to DBF, and the company will pay you a $100 bonus just for getting there. And generally it's done in your first 10 days, so it's super, super easy to do and super quick. And then your second one is SBBF, and you will get a $400 bonus for getting to that promotion. And the person who taught you how to do that also gets a $400 bonus. So there's lots of loving on each other and making sure everyone's kind of doing well, if that's what they want to do. Also, you know, like Ash said, no pressure at all. And then you've got your SC, and that's a $600 bonus. Same deal. Teacher gets paid the same. And then you've got SSC, and I believe that's 12, so that's even better, $1,200 bonus. And then you go to Q and MD, and that's a $1,500 bonus. Who wouldn't want a $1,500 bonus, especially this time of year, guys? Like, this is just what I want you to think about. Like, and you're getting paid, you know, these two as well. That's just your bonus. Like, what would that make a difference to you or your family? Or, you know, like, it's kind of insane to think about. And then obviously when you get to NMD, which is the pinnacle position, I just went completely backwards on that. You guys know what I'm on about. You get a $3,000 bonus, which is just next level, really, isn't it? It's just insane. Once you get to this point, your teacher's earning a lot of this. So they're getting a lot coming into their bank account every month. So they don't actually need to get that $3,000 bonus just to help them get there. They're already well equipped and they're already doing really well. So in terms of just the bonus system, just looking at that and looking at the figures, you know, it's fun, and this is what the business is supposed to be about, you know, like, yes, we're making money, but, you know, learning to not let that be a bad thing and being able to talk about it openly and happily, because money just means that you're capable of helping more people. And so that's what I really, really love about this business. It's just epic. Hold on. This one wants to say hello. Say hi. All right, so I'm going to pass on to Sam, and she's just going to talk a little bit about what she's excited for about the business. All right, bye.
Unmute. Hi guys, how's everybody? I'm excited because I've got a little one like that actually that looks very, very similar. I can hear her down there. She's nude, she's blonde, and she's not much younger than that, pretty much the same. So for me, it's this. She's sort of hit 3, and it's getting back into the workforce. I left my career quite some years ago before I left New Zealand and went off to Australia and kind of bummed around over there for a while. Did some epically cool work. You know, your sort of bar work, working with camels, you know, all the things that you do. So now, years later, it's kind of like, well, it'll be a bit of a struggle to get back into that career. Do I really want to? Or the other option, that supermarket stuff that Ash was talking about. Do I want to, at my age, to get into that kind of menial stuff that I'll probably hate and, you know, leave in 3 months. So I've been very aware of this industry for a long time, and pretty much I've been sitting there waiting for the product, waiting for the right one to come along. So that's a big solution for me, was when I found that I could really attach to it, I could love it, and I could promote it, and I could, you know, go with it. So far, we've only been on for less than a week, starting to feel really good. A little bit headachy, a little bit detoxy, but yeah, feeling some results already. And again, getting those veggies and the fruits and things into that little one, into Sophie, is massive. So this kind of ticked all the boxes for me. And I love with this business as well, this particular one, it's somehow un-American-ified, the whole process. And the great support, the tribe, these girls, these women, the support is phenomenal. It's real, it's happening. You got a question, you've got your mates right there with you. Everyone's got your back. Obviously, because look at that chart there that Shannon was just showing us. There's a reason they've got your back. At work, it's a win-win for everyone. Love that. So for me, that was the opportunity. I watched Cinnamon and her sister Tam, who for me, when it comes to nutrition, they're the pinnacle. They know their shit. They've got their integrity. So really, they're my due diligence. And for them to be able to jump on and go, yep, this is cool. This is what I am going to embrace. That was really enough for me. So I'm really looking forward to the future. Yeah, along with these guys, with you all. And yeah, let's go bust it up. Great. That's me. I will I'll pass you on. Is that back to you, Tan? Watson?
Hi. Yeah, hi everybody. My name's Cinnamon. I am a good friend of Sam's. I've been in the business now, just coming up on a month. Now, I had a little bit of pain going into this. I am a really skeptical human being. So I actually sat on the fence with this business for about a year. I watched the lovely Tanya. I met her about nearly 3 years ago. Oh my goodness, time flies. And when I met Tanya, she definitely was not at her peak health. She's looking a whole lot better now, but I was really skeptical, and it did take me about a year of watching Tanya, and then also I've got a cousin who has been doing this business as well, and I was one of those fence sitters who just sat and watched on a daily basis, and I watched their own transformations in their health as well as their finances and their lives. Now, I knew Tanya well because she was working for Access and helping care for my mother, who at the time was quite disabled after a horrible coma. And I didn't really know the extent of Tanya's illness at that point. But going into it now, I know a lot more, and finding out that she was able to quit her job pretty much after about 4 months, I think it was, of being in the business. And I see her now, I see her glow, I get to catch up with her, and I get to see how much it's transformed her life. And my cousin also, she had her and her husband had a house and a business, and she was working a job as well, and their business was bringing in 4 figures easily on a weekly basis. About a month after she joined this business, she she threw it all away. They sold their house, they sold their business, she quit her job, and they have moved to the most beautiful part of the far north, and they're now building their own house and just living off the land and living together and getting to be together on a daily basis and getting to raise their children together without one of them having to not be there. For me, over the last couple of years, I've been through a bit of a struggle, and being with my family is a huge part of what I feel needs to be a main focus in my life. So I've got a little 4-year-old and I've got a big 15-year-old, and I just, as my 4-year-old's getting closer and closer to school, I didn't want to be one of those mums who was like, okay, so we've got before school care, we've got school, and then we've got after school care. And I've been there, I've done that. I have absolutely no interest in being back there. So about a month ago, I decided that for my health, for my mental health, for my life in general, and for my children's health, I needed to be on the product. And because I am definitely low income, I had no way of paying for the product pretty much unless I did a dual and jumped in as part of the business. I already had full confidence that this business would work. And I'm a real skeptical person, so it took a lot to get me to full confidence. The fact that I've seen this amazing transformation in these people, you know, in less than a year, it really just alleviated all of the questions and all of the problems for me that I've seen in other products and other businesses that might be similar. And then as I got to know more about the business, learning about the child health studies, and learning about, you know, the other I can't remember what they're called. I think it's Nutrition Plus, the other sort of schemes, I suppose, that they're into, the fundraising things that they're into to help communities and to help people who don't have this nutrition. It really touched me. I'm definitely about helping people, and I'm really passionate about nutrition. So I just felt like it was a win-win. I'm a month in, and I just got to go away to Northland to see my beautiful younger brother get married to a gorgeous woman. And while I was up there, money popped into my bank account. That's the coolest thing that's ever happened. I was up there kind of biting my nails and looking at the bank account and thinking, oh, I need to be counting that, and I need to be counting this, and really, I don't know if I should be doing that. And then I think it was the Friday or the Saturday of the wedding, I checked my bank account and I did a little happy dance. And I went, you know what, let's go and buy those new shorts for the wedding, Seth. Yep, you're going to get a good haircut and look suave. And I just took away that pressure, and it took away that worry. And looking at that little extra bit really made me think, cool, I've helped this many people, you know, I've helped this many people feel better and be, you know, healthier and more confident in themselves as well. So that was really a massive triumph for me. It was a huge triumph for me. And the lesson had to be, don't listen to everybody else. Believe in what you want to manifest, and it can totally happen. You know, if you don't want to go back to 9 to 5 and you don't want to go back to having a boss that tells you how to do your shit, don't do it. Don't do it at all. This is the most liberating, freeing business I think you could be part of. And I am just so massively grateful to Tanya. Thanks, my love. And grateful to Sam for jumping on. I can just about guarantee that there is going to be no regret and no turning back, because it's just too easy. And for me, I'm just too passionate about it now. So bring it on, world. That's about it from me. I'd love to pass you back to Tanya now.
Thank you, gorgeous. Love having you with us. Beautiful. And absolutely, the 9 to 5 grind thing. So I got out of the 9 to 5 grind thing 4 months after being in this biz, because for me, I didn't want that either. I wanted that lifestyle, the same as what Sin is just talking about. Sorry, honey, I just muted you. Yeah, so, and if you're sitting there and you're going, wow, that's me, I can't believe it, I want the out of my 9-to-5 grind as well, then don't do what Sin did and stay sitting on the fence because it's no fun. Do what I did and jump straight in. But, you know, some of us and a lot of us have questions, and questions are totally normal, and absolutely get those questions answered. So ask whoever invited you here tonight, if Sammy invited you, or if you're watching this recorded, whoever sent this to you, ask them questions and get those questions answered, because there's nothing worse than regretting an opportunity and saying no to it when actually you're thinking, I should have said yes to that. Because this really is an incredible way to actually create your own life the way that you want it. So thank you all for coming tonight, to all Sam's guests and anybody else that's here, and have a wonderful evening. We'll see you again. Bye.